I'll be honest with you there, Axeman. This is looking really good. If you are a fan of Furia, they've already started things off well. However, like we said, they have drafted like animals. They do need to play like that in this game in order to get themselves out on top, because you are playing with a Varus support again for the second time this week. Not something I thought I would be saying going into this game, going into this weekend, but CBLOL has really turned it up a notch in the 6th week of play here in Split 1. A nice level 1 coming out from Furia as well, trying to catch some overextensions out of Liberty. Piloja's already seen this, and doesn't seem like anybody from Liberty wants to test their luck.
No, not testing luck just yet. Little window into how this bot lane is going to operate for Furia. Trigo should Black Spear Goot, I would think. And then drop Goot
AC dies.
into the lane to help out with the ganks there.
AC dies. Oh no.
Yeah.
They know.
This
AC's
just,
trying to scout it, but it's going to be a little too late. That is a dead jungler, ladies and gentlemen. First blood picked up by Furia. We all saw it coming, but what a play. Playing like animals, Axeman. Animals.
Yeah, it's absolute animals. The late invade there, that feels super bad. And Good is going to be so accelerated after this play, too. He's going to take the Raptors here as well. Really nicely played from Furia. And, yeah, that Black Spear is still in the inventory for Trigo. So he's waiting to see how this lane goes, and then he will Black Spear somebody, use his ultimate later on in the game. I like holding on to it, honestly. A lot of times, you'll just like drop it in the fountain or something like that, but they know they're going for the early play here. They potentially drop that just at a later date. We'll see when that comes out.
I'm so scared. Whatever happens here, Furia put the fear of God in me, and I think they have for AC as well. After an early game like this, he even checks, and still gets taken out. Now set behind really far as a Vi, especially into an Amumu matchup. With the rest of the lanes feeling pretty confident, FNB's playing up, Trigo and IU are playing up, Goot's got a lot of pressure, and AC has no flash and would need to make a play to get some tempo back for Liberty. It's not devastating, however. The early game still looking very good for Furia, but Liberty can play out the mid game really well with things like that Galio.
They certainly can, and look for that level 6 power spike as well. I tell you what makes this such a good play for Furia too is that Amumu can't really skirmish. Yeah, we're going to see, yeah, it's right here. Vi just invades Amumu constantly, right? Because pre-6, you have much stronger abilities for skirmishes, for 1v1s. When you can create 3v3 or 3v2 skirmishes for your team, Vi is much, much stronger. It's really just level 6 when Goots really starts to hit their stride. So making this big level 1 play where they're accelerating Goot so hard too, it opens up so many opportunities for this team as to what they can accomplish in the early game, right? You could just let Goot perma-clear after this. He's always going to be 2 camps up on ACs, and that will be effective for them. You hit level 6 before the Vi, going into the Rift Herald plays, going into big objective plays around dragons. You could potentially dragon stack much easier after this play. All of these avenues are opened up off of this big level 1 play, and it's so well executed.
And watch how Envy plays during this mid game as well, because AC just gets to clear out a little bit of the jungle, but Envy, they've been the one lane for Furia that's sitting back, that's playing safe, and that isn't taking resources, isn't making Goot play around them. And once we see Envy start to play forward, that's when you know Furia want to take a mid-game objective. Until then, it's lane dominance all the way. IU and Trigo continuing to push up.
Yeah, the double range bot lane, both of the marksmen down there, so much damage, so oppressive. And again, having your jungler so accelerated there too, you're able to push up this far into the lane because you just know the Vi isn't coming for you, right? You have that vision set up. You have that safety for you. Look at the ghosts, double ghosts. Come on.
fun and interactive.
Yeah,
I don't know.
a little mini game for you.
Yeah, the ghosts are certainly weird. They've hit the map. They've hit one of the maps of all time, and AC might be looking to hit the dragon. Liberty look like they want to stage a comeback play right now, and Goot is already half health. The dragon started perhaps a little bit early, but Piloto gets engaged on, and now things are a little risky. Liberty can still fight for this. It's a 3v4. Piloto coming around the side, and Envy willing to step up, willing to play forward, and that's how you know Furia want a fight. When they've got their mid laner ready to go with the lane pushed out, that's when they'll take you down. IU steps forward, takes that barrier down, as Juliera does go aggressive for a second, but you can never rest easy as Liberty right now because Furia are seconds away from having everyone and their mother in your lane.
This really speaks to how well Furia have played the early game. Dia, this composition should not be able to pull off a play like that pre-6. I mean, the only member of Furia in that play that had level 6 was Envy, and he hit 6 mid-fight, right? So you don't have a Mumu ult. You don't have Callista ult. None of these big team fight ults. You don't have the Chain of Corruption from Varus. None of it. And you just walk up and take the dragon on spawn. That's incredible effort and a monument to the early game from Furia, how well they've played here. They have that 2K gold lead because
Cavallo might be dead. He's slowed down, flashes away underneath the tower.
So impressive.
One more arrow would have done that. Wow, flash out of the bot lane.
It still might here. Oh, that's close. They stop their backs.
They might dive this.
Yeah, they might be super dead. Holy cow!
Oh, Trigo shot.
Oh my, that's a lot of turret shots. So maybe no kills here, but you can see how much damage this bot lane is doing. You're back in a ward. Oh,
I mean, Furia are still in control, even after those turret shots, which hurts to say, but they're still fine in this bot lane. Just pushing up, making sure they get the crash, and being able to reset on a timing that suits them. There's no answer for Liberty. AC still MIA, still trying to play catch-up onto Goot, who's more than 10 CS ahead at this point and continuing to accelerate on this Amumu. With the next dragon coming up in 3 minutes, Furia don't have to do anything. They've got winning lanes. They're vibing.
They've got the winning lanes. Something I didn't pick up on, at some point Trigo used the Black Spear. I don't know who he used it on. It's either IU or Goot. My money would be on Goot, but you could use it on IU just for some safety for the Varus. So we'll have to catch up with that here in just a little bit, but that is something we want to keep our eye on. Furia moving as a unit across Summoner's Rift as we pass the 8-minute mark. You're looking for Varus to rotate up into the top side of the map so you can control that Rift Herald.
No ult on the support Varus yet, so going for plays, going for aggressive moves in the jungle. A little riskier. Yeah. Everybody's going to back off, and with vision secured, Furia do, again, get the better end of that deal.
They want to play for skirmishes here, right? Once you have that Amumu ult, you win those skirmishes super, super hard. Certainly at level 6 too, right? Once you push further into the game, you start losing control of the team fights a little bit more as the damages start to ramp up. But here right now, at 9 minutes, it's a very strong team fight from Furia.
I mean, let's think about where that damage is coming from as well. You got Chiari in the top lane, who has been going even against FNB. Ult gets thrown out in the bot lane, and I think actually quite nicely, because we were going to talk about Julier next. He's the other source of damage for Liberty. We really got 2 people to keep track of. AC and Piloto, they're not going to be doing that much. They might be locking you down, and sure, there's some incidental magic damage that's going to be thrown in there, but these 2 players, and Cavallo, the Nami pick sort of speaks for itself, aren't going to be your hyper carries. You're looking at big shots from the Jace, big shots from this Lucian, and we got to remember in the face of both of those, we've got FNB and Goot. So it's got to be perfect play out of Liberty, even in this mid-game, to make the most of their strengths.
I would have to say so. Got to get the gold on him there, too, at some point. Goot is going to start up the Rift Herald, and he's going to solo this one. FNB hovering down the bot side here. Envy potentially caught out. He's going to have to flash.
The disrespect, too. Like, I know that he did flash, but he wanted to walk. And you could tell Envy was so confident, even being caught out in his jungle, knowing these two don't have the damage to kill me. And if Envy's feeling that confident now, imagine what it's going to be like in a few minutes. He gets to take a nice reset as Piloto clears out the wave. Already we are well past level 6 across the map, so playmaking tools certainly available to this Vi and Galio, but they can't be making those plays in the mid lane. You've got to take this fight elsewhere. And honestly, Axeman, I'd really like to see him taken into the bot lane. Trigo and IU do not have that much combined health. You get a Galio as well as a Vi on top of them, you should kill at least one person.
I would think so, right? The burst is certainly there to get the kill down if you're looking for that potential. Looking at the potential dragon play now. AC Cavallo, they've roamed up. They're trying to unlock Piloto from the mid lane. And they do successfully do that. That wave pushes out and the Galio will roam over. Big team fight from Furia.
Oh, this is good. Trigo steps a little too far forward, trying to get out by jumping, and he does.
Wow.
AC is locked down until his death. What a play gone wrong from Liberty. That was the dream. They found the bot lane. They looked like they were isolated, but seconds later, Goot and Envy roll up.
Yeah, really good positioning here from Furia. And, yeah, they get another dragon for free here. Your dragon stacking into Lucian Nami, which is incredible. Cull going to come out on his Trigo. That's not enough damage. Unfortunately, this will be a 3v2 potential dive if Trigo gets the wave down.
Envy completely undaunted down there, and now we've got the gank coming in. There is no ult on IU, but I guess he'll be thrown in with Trigos. Takes a turret shot for it, and AC, who still has the ult, by the way, is finally going to combine with the Galio, only to have Goot flash away and even re-engage with the ult. He's crazy! Furia, pull out the teleports, pull everyone down to the bot lane, and we've said it so many times, Axeman, but today, Furia are playing like animals.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened. That was a 5-man fight down the bot side. They're going to drop this Rift Hell. They're going to take down the turret as well. They kill so many members of Liberty over this fight, Dia, and I can not believe it. What a play here. Trigo started it out. Goot with a massive ultimate picks up 3 kills just that one fight. That is so incredible there from the Amumu. Goot, you could see why he subbed in to finish out splits, man. This guy is the finisher.
Oh my god. I can't wait to see this replay. Just the absolute las pelotas and Goot to go for that play. Juliera disappears.
He dies instantly, yeah. he is killed instantly. The Amumu damage goes crazy. So he gets a double kill in that fight. Cavallo does escape here, to his credit. It is very close, but they get the turret off the back end as well. Oh, Trigo in so much danger.
How is he alive? I mean, I guess he had flash, but
I don't know. I don't know. I think he definitely dies there, right?
Yeah.
But I guess not. There wasn't ult up for Vi, I don't think. So that could be, but yeah, Trigo, so much danger just then. And yeah, they're trying to fight over the jungle camps now. No real objectives up for the time being, so just trying to soak up some gold from Summoner's Rift, and then we'll see. But yeah, 3-man roaming up here. Chiari should be pretty safe. He doesn't want to sit under turret though.
We got Rift Herald coming up in the next few minutes as well. Should be around the same time as the Dragon, and immediately after that, of course, we'll have the Baron to follow it up, but Furia definitely in control as they push in the mid lane, plenty of backup. Utter vision domination for this squad, and FNB's been sent down to the bot lane. We haven't really talked about this guy, but you mentioned at the start, one of the best top laners to be in CBLOL ever, and he's just hanging out and hasn't even been called into this game plan yet outside of that 1 5-man play that he showed up to watch.
They're gonna take the turret down for free if Liberty isn't careful. this is everyone is channeling their backs across Summoner's Rift here. So maybe we just see a non-issue here. We're looking at future team fights. I think the vision setup for Liberty is really good so far. That's something they've traditionally been really good at, and this game is no different. Certainly, you can see they're already hyping up the next matchup because the game's kind of come to a standstill here. Furia up 5K. I think, let's be realistic. They're up 5K here. They're not getting outscaled anytime soon, I don't think, unless Juliera gets super strong and starts hitting big ultimates. So this is a pretty sure thing for Furia, I would go ahead and say. But they do have to execute, right? And sometimes that's a breakdown in CBLOL.
Yeah, it is the thing that that I was perhaps hoping for out of Liberty, that I think has really let Furia stay convincingly in control of this. Rift Herald afterthought. Liberty aren't even going to contest it. You mentioned the scaling here. That is the one thing that we were talking about last game in the Loud Fluxo matchup that Loud had going for them. But Liberty, even after seeing things like the Callista picked up, don't really outscale. Don't really do anything. Casante's 1v3 in the bot lane, just vibing. Furia 4v1 and 4v2, excuse me. In the mid lane, decent amount of damage comes through off of Chiari, but it is not even going to make Furia sweat. And they take another tower. They hold on to one of their own. They haven't even lost an objective. They haven't lost an objective yet. I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they have either. I don't think they will.
This is a perfect game so far.
Could be the perfect game. It is in the running for that, certainly. This may be the fight here. You got to fight over something at some point, right?
Chiari couldn't commit to the flank there. Doesn't want to be separated from the team. And you can see why. AC, he gets separated, taken down instantly. And Furia turn off that dragon, just looking for blood. Juliera not doing any meaningful amount of damage as FNB is on the hunt, doesn't find that knock-up, and Furia do struggle for the continual engage, now eating a lot of poke at the hands of Chiari. Got to be a little bit careful here about exactly how much damage you take, because while Furia aren't in the red zone yet, a few more nicely placed shock blasts, and Liberty can swoop in and win this. Envy eats just a little bit of damage, but Dragon's going to be secured. Another objective taken down, not given up to Liberty, and the perfect game continues for Furia. How long can they hold on to this?
Just one dragon away, right? And no deaths from anyone on Furia so far. Furia's a pretty good team. I don't know if they're so much better than Liberty that they should be having a perfect game. Oh, the turret went down. Yeah,
they gave it up.
But that's how it goes sometimes. I don't think Furia is so much better than Liberty that they should be having a perfect game. So maybe that's better than the alternative, right? But nice pick there from FNB. Really well played. They just picked Vi right off. And yeah, again, not how the comps should function, right? But Furia are just so far ahead that you do things like pick Vi and like reverse the roles a little bit. Usually it's Vi picking other champions, but yeah, you're just way too far up there. And you do get picked off by the Casanti at close range. So unfortunate, but that's how it goes when you're down this much gold.
It's the real casual power of that champion as well. Casante just gets to fish for things like that, being able to pull you in and misposition AC in crucial fights for Liberty where their front line needs to be on point, especially relative to Juliera and Chiari, who have to be weaving that poke and damage into the backline of Furia. One misposition can absolutely cost you the fight, and Casante gets to just every once in a while throw out those Intofo strikes and see if he finds one. Trigo mispositioned a little bit himself, does have to flash back underneath the tower as we get a big engage onto Ayu. The Varus support gets taken down, and Juliera taken down Goot as well. Flash away from him, has him walking straight past Chiari, does get taken down by the snipe though, and Liberty coming out on top of this fight. Get it quickly clawed away from them by Envy, who has casually been throwing in damage on this Victor, who has silently been accumulating power all game, and who has now picked up a triple kill at 20 minutes.
Yeah, Victor really hard to run away from there, so he does end up running down the enemy team. Here's the damage total for all the champions. You see the Victor damage. A little crazy there.
Oh god.
He had the most items on Summoner's Rift going into this fight, 2 completed items, and really was around to free hit after he gets his teleport off coming through. But man, was it ever a tough fight for Furia beforehand. Trio gets forced out of the fight early, tries to make his way back in, says, hey, I gotta throw spears, I gotta throw him at Piloto, try to catch up, eats the bubble. Chiari on the back end picks him off, and then it's FMB goes all out. Envy, with all the bonus movement speed off of the passive, off of the W, is able to catch up with Cavallo and take down Nami. But a close fight, the best fight for Liberty so far, will result in Furia taking down the Baron, right? The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, unfortunately.
Nice snipe. Again, Chiari really lining these up, gets a lot of damage onto IU. There goes the engage from AC. Trigo gets deleted, ADC gone, but Envy is still in this, and Liberty cannot disrespect the damage coming out of this mage. Piloto might look for the re-engage, but FNB is all over him right now, and it's got to be a straight plan to run for Liberty. They can't touch Furia just yet. Goot's still around as well. In comes the push, but Baron belongs to Furia after that play. Though they've lost their AD carry, they got what they came for.
They certainly did get what they came for, and Trigo did his job too, right? He gets the smite down onto the objective. Unfortunately, he gets picked off by Vi, but that's just kind of the ADC's lot here in Season 13. You just get picked by Vi's, unfortunately, but not a terrible trade really for either side. I think Envy is the real big prize on Furia, and you're okay with picking off the enemy jungler going into big objective plays here if you're Furia as well. So they are looking for the Dragon Soul. Aces is just trying to get back onto the map after that death, and he is down an incredible amount of gold compared to the rest of the map. Both junglers really are. You're looking at 3 items almost for Envy. One of those items is almost a death cap. So we might see a situation where Envy tries to farm up a little bit before taking the reset and then trying to get onto that item spike before they start this objective. He only has 15 seconds, though, so we'll see.
This is going to be Soul for Furia. They've got an immense amount of pressure with this Baron as well. Chiari in the side lane, and Axeman, we have to talk about Chiari. He has been the symbol of hope for Liberty. He's taken down every turret that they've gotten. He's actually got he's got half the kills that they do, but has really been cleaning up in team fights, has been consistently landing these shock blasts. Chiari is putting up a Herculean effort to keep Liberty in the game, and on the Jace, it just doesn't feel like it's going to be enough. I want him to prove us wrong. I want Chiari to be what the people need, and with those shock blasts landing onto IU, he just might be. That's almost a team fight that Liberty feel comfortable taking again. It's just Trigo here. Envy's, he's off on the other side of the map. He's vibing. He's doing other things, but he ain't playing League of Legends with these guys. In comes the teleport. Now the fight begins. IU still kiting back. Has that ultimate available for the re-engage for Furia. Goot looking for a way in as well, and Liberty, they can't press their luck. They've tried to bait out these cooldowns. They've played so aggressively, and Furia are unshaken, unstirred.
They really are here. The way the resets, the teleports broke out, Chiari wound up being the most powerful champion on Summoner's Rift. He has a big item advantage even over Envy. Once Envy takes this reset, he'll be back on top, but that was the fight really for Liberty to get back into this game, and they just didn't have a way through the jungle, right? You didn't have the vision set up. You couldn't get into that dragon. Now, Envy, after the reset, he's going to pick up the death cap there. He's going to pick up half of another item as well, and he's going to be back on top. He is 2 levels above the next closest champion at level 16, and you're not getting past Envy.
You are not. You aren't even going to get away from Furia. The teleport from Piloto inspired but not enough. Slain in the top lane. And now the base in trouble. Liberty are trying to answer this back, potentially a little bit of a race, but double teleports from Furia are going to stop that in its tracks. It is the last outer tower that Liberty did just get, so having claimed all 3 of the outers so far, they are starting to catch up in the objective game. But for every step that Liberty take, Furia take one as well, and the top lane tier 2 is under siege.
And the cannot be overstated right now how strong he is. He's got the death cap. He's got 10 stacks on the Rod of Ages. This is the strongest he will get in the game, right? Even if he goes to level 18, the way the scaling is going to come through from Liberty, he'll probably be weaker. It's never going to be stronger than this for the victor. So needs to get back on a Summoner's Rift and try and end this game out. He's got a lot of leeway, right? You have the soul in hand as well. You're so fast because of the Cloud Soul. Just as a champion, when you're dropping the ultimate down there too, it's going to speak. Oh, just look at him move. Just watch Envy move. Just walking around. He's so fast.
Mm-hmm.
What? He's probably got like 4. I don't want to speculate just how fast he's moving, but certainly with
He's
the
got
W, you can be pushing
475 movement speed.
475, okay.
Yep.
And dropping the W on someone, probably over 500.
Yep, it goes to 506.
Yeah, 506. So it's so fast, man.
542. Sorry,
542.
You're keeping your eyes on it as well.
Well,
just
the observer is like, yeah, dude, what? Because even just looking around, even if you don't know the number, it looks like he's moving crazy fast. Like and he is moving incredibly fast. So yeah, there is no escaping Envy at this point. This will be the fight.
Another well-placed shock blast from Chiari, though, does soften up IU quite a bit. The pick on the support, not as impactful as perhaps Liberty would like, but a little bit of damage can go a long way. Furia do an effective job of gatekeeping this top side of the river. Now with Baron spawned, Liberty are going to have to walk in there, and they're going to have to do it into no vision. No blue wards available. Flash away from Chiari to avoid that chain of corruption. Juliera full ult on the side. Dodges the bandage toss from Goot. And these teams, they don't want to engage with each other, really. They want their respective poke to land. Liberty are trying, God bless their souls, to lay in a little bit of damage, but it just isn't enough right now. The frontliners, Gooch, flashing forward for the 3-man ultimate. They're just immortal. Gooch has taken so much damage and finally goes down, but the rest of Furia are here, and they've been following him up the whole time. It's 2, it's 3, it might be 4 members of Liberty that get taken down, but the base and the Baron, those certainly belong to Furia.
They certainly do. They're going to push for the inhib. I do not think they can end, but they will push for this inhib here. Chiari trying to mount a defense. Envy, once again, the strongest champion on Summoner's Rift right now, and he will back off for the time being. Likely to go hit this Baron. They shred the Baron with the Callista, with the Varus there as well. So it goes down super quick, and they're able to take it uncontested. That's an incredible fight. I hope we get the replay over that sprawling fight. There was so much going on. I know personally I wasn't able to catch all of it. I know Goot hit another sick ultimate play to start this fight off. The bandage toss in was awesome.
Oh!
The flash to get the 3-member. Juliera cleanses instantly. Really good credit to him. But here's the ultimate that kind of changed the fight for me, was that big Galio ultimate that killed Goot and separated Furia, prevented them from hunting down Cavallo and Chiari. Those 2 members staying alive really did save their inhib and were able to keep Liberty potentially in this game.
Even though Liberty are losing, they're playing really good League of Legends in these fights.
They really are. Yeah. No, all the tools they're using are really, really well executed, really well used, I think. You just can't stop Goot flashing into the center of you and hitting the ultimate key, right? You could spread out a little bit more, but even we saw, like, Juliera instantly cleansing, it only hitting 2 other members. That's less than half the team, right? That's not the best of Mumu ult, but it just didn't matter. That's all Furia needs with the leads they have.
We've barely got to talk about him. In fact, we've mentioned it several times, but FNB, silently immortal in this game, has not died once and doesn't look like he's going to get even close this game. With Liberty still on the back foot and FNB dictating the pace of the game, he's going to pop into the top lane as Envy almost wipes Juliera off the map. He's so confident he just walks up to AC, who has ult up, by the way, on the Vi. And Furia know they have nothing to fear. Another tower gone, another inhibitor down, and Liberty's win condition, the poke war, now has to come into effect. Out goes that Galio ultimate. They're trying to lay in the damage, but Kiari's been CC'd by Goot in the front lines. In comes the ult, plus the stopwatch, giving Furia enough time to mop up. On the other side, Kiari's on the retreat. They've got 4 members up for Furia, only 2 left for Liberty, and Liberty are being dismantled. Kiari with another hero play, tries to open up the game, takes down FNB, and while he slays the immortal of this game, even killing a god will not be enough to save the game for Liberty. Furia will take this one in clean fashion, 31 minutes into the game, and they are playing with their food. What a game from Furia.
Oh, it's